My name is Sebastian Akerman. I'm applying for the position as account executive with NYC F.C. So first off, it goes without saying, but I am a huge fan of soccer. It's my passion, it's my inspiration, it's my motivation. It's something which has shaped me both as a person, as a fan, as a player. It's my go-to place when things aren't great. And with that said, I want to pursue this as not just as a career, but as my life's work. So just to give you an idea of what I've been up to for the last 3 years, I was a managing director for a residential sales and leasing firm in downtown Manhattan up until about 4 months ago. And this was a job which I pursued because of the opportunities in real estate post 2010. And it was just a business opportunity which wasn't necessarily a passion. But what happened was that I ended up generating a lead, which turned into a client, and it happened to be a prominent Red Bulls player. And it was just too much of a coincidence. And when we hit it off, and when I spoke to him, I felt like I was finding myself again. I was finding a part of myself which I had lost in the process of getting into my old profession. And what had been an idea early on in college, working in corporate soccer, materialized into an opportunity. And I acted on it. I ended up quitting my job. I ended up not renewing my real estate license, and I was pursuing careers in soccer full time. So I got in touch with the MLS, naturally. Being that I lived in New York City at the time, I wanted to work in the Park Avenue office. That was my dream, and that was easier said than done. I realized that I was applying for jobs in a small organization with a very, very, very high output, and these people didn't get in touch with me immediately, and it was very tough to get a phone call returned or an email. And anyways, to make a long story short, I did get an interview with Aaron Grady, who is the current executive assistant for Don Garber. I didn't make the final cut, and I ended up being incredibly disappointed when I realized that they wanted someone who had more experience than I did from an administrative role and not a sales role, so that just didn't work out. So what ensued was that I could have gone back to real estate. I didn't. I ended up looking for other types of jobs and found an excellent opportunity in the town that I now live in, which is in Bronxville, where a soccer chain called Soccer and Rugby Imports ended up opening a store. So I'm currently the store director, and it was a blessing in disguise for me. I realized that people came in, they asked for jerseys, they were incredibly knowledgeable about the teams that they liked, and for a country which is still catching on, it was amazing to see that people knew every single detail about the team they loved or the players they loved. And I realized, hey, I got to work with a team. I got to pursue a career with a team. I want to wear their colors. I want to watch their games. I want to be there when the news happens, as it happens. And it just caught on. And I felt like, hey, NYC F.C., they're just opening the doors. And they just signed their first player, which is David Villa, one of the best players in Europe. And it just shows what leverage these two amazing sports organizations have. The New York Yankees and Manchester City is a dream team. And it's a dream which is here to stay. And New York City is at the heart of it all. You're next door to the MLS. The MLS has been in existence now for 18 years. In the next generation, soccer is going to be in our DNA. It's just going to be like Europe. And I firmly believe in that. So I'm not afraid to get on the phone with people and talk about the product that I love. That probably goes without saying. But I hope that I got your attention and that you realize that soccer is a true passion for me. It's something which I can relate to, both as a player, as a fan, and also as my person, or also my personality. That's where I get my motivation. So I hope to hear from you soon. I would really enjoy the opportunity to speak to you in person. And I thank you so much for listening to this YouTube and watching me talk about what I love the most. And thank you again.